Badminton clubs began to develop in England in the 1870s and 80s, and it was Southsea and Bath that were the oldest clubs. So with the sport becoming competitive, and in order to regulate it, the first National Badminton Association was formed here in England in 1893.
This is the framed picture of the start of the Badminton Association in 1893, and Colonel Toby put an advert in the Field magazine inviting all clubs to attend on September in 1893, and in the end 9 clubs turned up and they agreed to start the Badminton Association, and they also formed the first official rules of the game, which are very similar to the rules today. Colonel Doby was the first president, secretary, treasurer of the Badminton Association, and he was the one who actually got it going. George William Vidal, and he was an instigator of composing the rules in India. He was a British civil servant there, and he eventually moved back to England, and he became the secretary of the Badminton Association in England from 1899 to about 1907. I believe that was a major change in the game of badminton. For the first, from 1863 until 1893, there were no rules, no regulations at all, and clubs just simply played friendlies in the country. And this was a major change. And that Badminton Association then sort of organised badminton in the world until 1934, when the IBF, the International Badminton Federation, was formed. So I think that actually starting the association in 1893 was really the major thing in badminton. It's when it started to grow, be promoted.
The equivalent of the Big Bang of badminton took place in 1898. Mr. Percy Buckley, secretary of the Guildford Badminton Club, organised the first ever open doubles badminton tournament. The Guildford tournament was the first open tournament in 1898. Because of its success, the Badminton Association organised its first event the following year, including the 2 singles competitions to the doubles.
In 1898, the first open tournament was played at Guildford. When I say open, this is where people from other clubs were allowed to play there. And it was so popular, this tournament, that the next year the Badminton Association ran their own tournament. For the first few years it was called the Association Tournament, and then it was called the All England. And one of the major things about the promotion and why lots of clubs wanted to join was because of the All England Badminton Championships. You see the number of clubs vastly increased as soon as the All England started.